Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and we are on the test server in EVE Online again. Yesterday, the developers added half a dozen new spacecraft, starting with the Gnosis. Now, the Gnosis is a battlecruiser built by the Society of Conscious Thought. They are basically obsessed by Jovian technology, and it looks like what they've given us is a battlecruiser that is suitable for everyone. It gets a 25% bonus to energy, hybrid, and projectile weapons, and a 25% bonus to heavy missiles, and it gets a drone bonus and a bonus to scan probe strength. So this means that you can basically fit it whatever way you like. It also has a 666 layout, meaning that you can set it up for shield and armor tanking. Now, if you think the model is familiar, it is in fact flown by an NPC in the Bloodstained Stars epic mission arc. Newbies tend to ask a lot in local for help killing this thing, because it's, it tends to have way more tank than any other NPC ships at that level. Also interesting is that it has uniform armor and shield resistances. There are no holes in its tank, which, is kind of interesting. It would point towards, it would be great for PvP, some people might say, except that we don't know where this is going to come from. Is it going to be a special ship? We don't know how it's going to get issued. Now, in combat, it works pretty well. I just set it up with a big, flat shield tank here, and, flew around and shoot a bunch of Serpentis. Yeah, because it's a special edition ship, there is much speculation as to how it's going to be issued. Now, for the 5th anniversary, we got a shuttle which looked very similar to this. It was the Apotheosis, and it was also a construct of the Society of Conscious Thought. That might be possible. We have the 10th anniversary coming up. We also have Fanfest, and if you remember last year, they were selling access to the HD Fanfest stream. And if you bought that with a PLEX, then you could also get a ship in the game. It was a repainted Iteron with a Quaff logo on it. Also, everyone that went to FanFest got that as well. Anyway, the next ship that they added is the Hematos, which is essentially a Blood Raider version of the Amara Rookie ship. They've taken the Imperator, repainted it in, Blood Raider style logo with blood splatters everywhere, and the logo on the side. It only has one turret slot, but it has 100% damage bonus, so that one turret slot is going to do the equivalent of, it's going to do twice as much damage. That leaves it a high slot with which you can fit energy neutralizers, which it gets a bonus for that. And it also gets a bonus to stasis webifiers, which means this is great for getting close to ships, neuting them, and then killing them. The Hematos is one of the smallest Blood Raider vessels in existence, though that doesn't make its appearance any less terrifying to the hapless innocents it may encounter. Like a spider, it is built to trap and drain any victim careless enough to wander into its clutches. There you go, that's what the description says. But yeah, it has PvP type bonuses, but it is not in any way a PvP ship. It has far too many slots. It is a newbie ship. It doesn't have many hit points. It compares extremely unfavourably to any of the even Tech 1 frigates in the game. So this, being a special edition ship, we don't know what's be happening. Some people are speculated that it might be possible to align yourself with pirate alliances. That would be awesome, but if it's just going to be a gift, then it may not actually get much use. Anyway, the next one up is the Immolator. Now this is a model which has been in the game, I'm pretty sure. I think this is in the game as an Angel fighter, but this is the new Sancha newbie ship, and it kind of looks a bit like a Nightmare that's been rolled onto its side. I don't know if you've fought Sancha ships, but they look a bit like a B-Wing from Star Wars, but battleship sized. But yeah, it's kind of asymmetrical. It looks, I guess, on the left side, that's where the pilot is. But yeah, it says the Immolator is a small ship designed by the Upper Reed Unslaved echelon of Sancha Nation to serve as a good entry for those pilots new to the glory of the nation. It excels in picking off smaller targets and hitting them hard with energy beams. And yeah, it also gets 100% bonus to energy turret damage and a bonus to turret tracking. and bonus to turret range, and it gets a bonus to shield boosting. The only thing is it has only one turret slot, so great, you're getting all these laser bonuses, but you can only use them on one laser, and you don't have any other high slot that's bonused. I mean, you can put something in that other high slot, but you can't really take advantage of that extra laser firepower. Again, it's a 2-3-2 slot layout, and it's a newbie ship, so it doesn't have huge amounts of hit points or anything. We're really interested to see where it comes from. Also note that all the rookie ships say that they have 3 upgrade hardpoints, but they have no calibration, so you can't actually put any regs on them. Anyway, the Violator. Well, this is a reskinned version of the Violator, which is the Galante rookie ship. This is the rookie ship for the Serpentis. And I have to say, its paint job is awesome, and I want one of these regardless. It is all about hybrid weapons. It does not have a drone bay, which is unusual for a Galante ship. The Violator is one of the smallest Serpentis vessels. Its design was unceremoniously stolen from the Galante, though its inner workings have been adapted to fit the piratical lifestyle of the Serpentis. In addition to its excellent hybrid damage, it is capable of webbing its opponents and holding them down for further beating. So yeah, it gets huge bonuses to hybrid damage, right? 75% damage bonus. It also gets fall off and tracking bonuses, and a bonus to stasis webifiers. Considering that blasters do more damage than any other weapon, this is probably going to be the most damaging newbie ship in the game, but it is still a newbie ship. It has 3 low slots as well, so if you're going for silly damage, this is the option. Anyway, moving on, we have the Echo. This is the Angel newbie ship. Now, this model also exists in the game right now, but it is NPC only. You can see here that it has projectile guns fitted on it, 200mm projectile autocannons, I believe. Yeah, had this for a long time in the game, but I've always wanted to fly one. This will be my chance. Look at that, flying around. Now, the Echo is a small vessel designed by the Angel Cartel to be easily missed in the heat of battle, while posing a viable threat in combat. As such, it is intended to rush in with guns blazing and subsequently escape without being eaten up by larger ships. So it gets a 50% bonus to small projectile turret damage, bonus to tracking and fall off, and optimal range. It all is weapon bonuses. Yeah, I mean, not much in the way of armor or shield, but it is very fast, so it should be able to move a lot faster than the other ships. Very agile as well. Yeah, it has a 2-3-2 layout again, and of course, it also has a launcher hardpoint to note. So you could, if you want, put a missile launcher on it, although that would be kind of ridiculous given that its bonuses are gun-based. Finally, we get to the Garista's Taipan, and this is a reskinned version of the Ibis. Now, there is a faction Ibis in one mission in the game that I joked that I wanted to have a faction Ibis. Well, it looks like I'm finally getting my wish. It basically has the Garista's logo on the side there. You can see the rabbit with the ears. The texture looks pretty good up close, I have to say. I think they did a great job when they reskinned the Ibis, although I think, paradoxically, while the Ibis was the best looking of the new newbie ships, I think this is the worst looking of the new pirate rookie ships. The Taipan is one of the smaller types of Garista vessels. While the design is based on a pre-existing Caldari ship itself, the Garistas delight in stealing anything they can from their hated enemies. Its internal workings have been heavily modified. Not content to rely on the Caldari's focus on missile combat, the Garistas have added the drone power of the Galante. So yeah, it gets missile bonuses, shield resist bonuses, drone hit point bonuses, and drone speed bonuses. So you can have, missiles and drones on the same ship here. It also has a 15-meter drone bay, which is bigger than even the Violator, making it the largest drone bay on any rookie ship. It has 2 launcher slots to go in its 2 high slots, and of course a 2-3-2 layout. Anyway, all these ships are currently available on the test server for testing, but we don't know how they'll finally come into the game. But until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.